Hello everyone and welcome back to the FITTSGH AZ-900 Azure Fundamentals Masterclass. In our previous lesson, we created our first Azure Storage account and explored different storage services available in Microsoft Azure. But storing data is only part of the story. An important question every organization must ask is, what happens if the server storing our data fails? What happens if an entire data center experiences an outage? What happens if an entire region becomes unavailable? This is where redundancy becomes important. Redundancy means keeping multiple copies of your data so that your information remains available even when something goes wrong. Think about your family photos. Would you keep the only copy of your photos on one device? Probably not. Most people keep copies on another phone, an external drive, or in the cloud. Azure follows the same principle. Microsoft automatically creates multiple copies of your data to protect against hardware failures, data center failures, and even regional disasters. In today's lesson, we will learn the different ways Azure protects your data and how organizations decide which redundancy option is best for their needs. Remember, you've got to understand first, practice second, then conveniently master both. Let's begin. So let's dive right into lesson 22, where we'll try to understand Azure Storage redundancy. So under that, we'll try to find reasons why organizations need data redundancy. And what Azure Storage redundancy means, you need to have an understanding of it. It's not just only for passing the AZ-900 exam, but for your work as a cloud admin, okay? And we also look at locally redundant storage, what it means, LRS, Zone-Redundant Storage, Geo-Redundant Storage, GRS, and Geo-Zone-Redundant Storage. And these are very simple terminologies, what you take your time and very easy for you to follow. And which option would you consider in different scenarios? So don't go anywhere. Second, stay whilst we go through step by step. So why do we need redundancy? So I want you to imagine this simple scenario. Yes, your hard drive can fail. Your data center can lose power, which is no fault of yours. And flood can also destroy a building, especially if your data center is located within that particular location. And region can also experience a disaster. So the question here is your data still available? And if it's available, where can we get it? And that leads us to what redundancy means. So we say that we keep multiple copies of data in different locations to first of all improve availability, as in when we need it, we hit our web browser, we want to have access to our data, we should be able to have access to it. And durability is also another important reason why we look at redundancy and disaster recovery. So something happens, you need to recover your files. You should be able to do that. And business continuity. And that is what all this is about, okay? So let's look at an overview of Azure redundancy. So Azure provides LRS, ZRS, GRS, and GZRS. And it's important for you to understand these terminologies for the purposes of passing the AZ-900 exam and for the work that you do as an Azure admin, okay? Each option provides a different level of protection, which we will go through after the slide. So LRS means locally redundant storage, and it keeps 3 copies, and the location is a single data center. want you to think of it as your single room where you are keeping all the 3 copies of your data there. Does that protect against these failures? Yes, because you've got about 3 different, maybe external hard drives you are storing your data on here. So if one fails, at least you've got 2 more options to rely on. But it doesn't protect against data center failures. So if something happens, there is an earthquake, your building collapses with your disk drives in there, you lose everything, okay? And if something happens nationwide or regional wide, then you're also going to be affected. So just take note of that. So we've got an example like 3 photocopies stored inside the same office, okay? So we've got one data center, which I'm trying to liken it to the room that you are currently living in, where you keep all the 3 copies of your data inside it. So this is actually not the best option if you are looking at redundancy in depth, okay? So locally redundant storage within the same data center. Okay, let's look at ZRS, which is zone redundant storage, and it keeps 3 copies. So the location, multiple availability zones, okay, and this protects against data center failure. So let's say I've got 1 copy in my room here, let's say in Romford, then I'm giving another copy to another colleague of mine who lives at, let's say, Surbiton, and I give another copy to another colleague of mine who also lives at, let's say, Cambridge. So multiple availability zone. So if something happens in Romford, at least I'm okay. But regional failure, which is the entire UK, I will not be protected again because it's within the same region. So 3 photocopies stored in 3 different buildings in London. Does that make sense? So zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. So I'll keep copy 1 there, copy 2, copy 3. So if something happens in one zone, yes, a data center has failed, I can move on to the next data center and get my data working. But if something happens to the entire region, then I'm going to lose everything. Okay. Now we move on to GRS, which is Geo-Redundant Storage. So geography, looking at the globe. So we look at 6 copies, and the location, we have a primary region and a secondary region. And this protects against regional disasters. If something happens in London, at least I've got a secondary region, let's say in Paris or France, where I can just fall on and get my data. So 3 copies in London and another 3 copies in Paris. So we've got this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if something happens to the London region, I can fall on the Paris region. So that is geo-redundant storage. And there is another level which is robust. That is GZRS, Geo-Zone-Redundant Storage. And it keeps copies across zones, across regions, and it offers the highest protection level ever. So just understand that in that context. So copies in many buildings and another country. So we can have zone 1, zone 2, zone 3 in London, and it will be replicated in Paris region, zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. So this offers the highest level of protection. So understand the concept. So this is just a comparison table. So the LRS, ZRS, they offer 3 copies, but LRS will not protect you against, data center, and it will also not protect you against regional failures. ZRS, yes, because we have different zones, you can be protected, but regional-wide, you will not be protected. GRS will offer protection for both data center and regional, and same for Geo-Zone-Redundant storage. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, let's look at a FITS scenario 1. So FIT stores training materials. So we're just only storing our training materials. And the requirement here is low cost, simple protection. We don't want to, exceed our budget. We just a startup company. So the answer here is LRS, low cost, simple protection, locally. Okay. Now let's look at another scenario. FIT stores student records. And the requirement here is we want maximum protection and we want disaster recovery. So the highest level, the answer is what? GZRS. It's as simple as that. So let's look at AZ-900 thinking moment. So FIT wants protection against an entire regional outage. Which redundancy option should be selected? LRS, ZRS, GRS. And premium SSD. We want protection against an entire regional outage. So we can have London. If London goes down, we need to switch to Paris. Or if Ghana goes down, we need to switch to Nigeria. So we are looking at GRS. Does that make sense? Good. So what have we reinforced today? Redundancy, we know, protects data. And Azure automatically creates copies. LRS is the cheapest option. And ZRS protects against data center failure. GRS protects against regional failure. And GZRS provides the highest protection. So you cannot get it wrong with this simple explanation. So it's all about understanding the concepts and applying it to the work that you do. So if you've not subscribed, if you've not followed, now is the time to do so. I am Fifi Falmobin and I'm glad you stayed throughout, and let me know if my lessons are helping you. I'm your digital skills educator and I'm very passionate about improving the way you use the computers for work. Catch you in my next lesson. God bless. Bye-bye for now.